Hi everybody, this is your favorite Titi, your favorite babe Kirsty Valentine. Thank you very much for tuning on to my channel today. It's been a long time, it's been a while, not too long, but I just want to wish everybody a very good and blissful transition into the new year, year of completion abundance, year 2020. Yes, it's your favorite Titi, your favorite tea time spiller. Well, this is an ongoing trend in the African communities, and it's been going on for a while. And particularly, to be much more specific, in the Nigerian communities. Yes, it's about the bride price. You know, when a man and a woman come together, they become one and no longer two, and let no man put asunder. The first step of a man making that lifelong commitment is to see the family of the bride. Well, they both see each other's families. The bride will go, the bride will see the potential husband's family, and also the groom will also go to see the bride's family. You know, according to the Nigerian traditions, most of the time, it comes in three stages where there is the introduction, which means both families introduce each other to each other, and the family of the bride gives the family of the groom the list of things that they need to bring along with them on the traditional marriage. The traditional marriage is where elders of both sides in the family come together, exchange pleasantries, they get married. The elders on both sides of the family join the young couple together. They pray for them, they bless them, and there are some traditional things that they do. And this is where the groom brings all the bride price, all the items he's been asked to bring forward to the family for marriage and acceptance. And some cases they do these things just because they want to make sure that he is capable of taking care of their daughter. But in this instance, this is too much. Recently, a lot of grooms have been backing out to marry their women because it's becoming too much. The excessiveness of it all, the amount of things they are asked to bring, you know, it's like someone is donating to a war-stricken area, or the items that they ask the groom to bring is excessive. Is, if I have any word to best describe it, it is over excessive. It's too much. It's out of this world. It is ridiculous that a lot of grooms are actually being scared to marry women, their girlfriends that they love, they fell in love with. They are so scared to marry African women. That is why you see a lot of our men these days are going for foreigners, because if you marry a foreign woman, they do not ask you to bring all this bride list. As far as you introduce yourself to the parents of the girl, you set a date, and that's it. You are married. Now I'm going to go through this list that has been asked from a man who made his intentions known to the family of his girlfriend, that he wanted to marry her and he wants to be her husband. Now the item, there are so many items, and they gave him a list. There is item 1, there is item 2, there is item 3, there is item 4. But in this instance, I'm going to go through some of the items that they have asked this man to bring to come and marry. Basically, they said he should bring 10 crates of mineral and a cash of 10,000 naira. When he's coming to the marriage, he should bring 12 pieces of George wrapper for covering of the table. To sit down at all, he should bring another 10,000 naira and 1 crate of mineral. He should bring an antelope for parties, and which will cost 5,000 naira. And to open the drink that they have brought will cost 5,000 naira. So he should pay all this amount of money. And then the carrying of pots will cost 5,000 naira. If you are calculating all these monies, this money is already 35,000 naira for the things that they have asked him to bring, that he will present, that the family has received. For them to do what they are supposed to do, he will be putting all this money on the floor. Okay. To bring out all the minerals, he will pay 4,000 naira. He should bring 12 crates of mineral, 12 crates of Maltina. He should bring 12 cartons of bar soap, 6 dry jeans, 1 carton of Lux soap, 1 carton of body cream, 1 box of matches, 1 gallon of palm oil, 1 gallon of groundnut oil, 1 liter of kerosene, a bag of salt, a bag of rice, 3 tons of tin tomatoes, and packet of Maggi cubes. These are some of the lists they gave to him that he has presented. For them to present it and carry it, this is the amount that they are charging him to bring it out. Item number 4, big loaf of bread, 4 dozen, 2 tins of Bonvita, largest size, 2 tins of powdered milk, largest size, 2 packets of sugar, 1 carton Maltina, and a cash of 5,000 naira. So on and so forth. 2 basins, 1 lamp, 1 big lamp, 1 handbag, 2 pairs of shoes, 2 pots of jewelries, 2 pairs of hair tie, 2 blouses, 2 pieces of English wrapper, 2 big George wrappers, 2 pieces of Hollandaise, 1 bag of crayfish, 20 tubers of yam, 1 bag of hard leaf, 4 stock fishes, money for searching for bride's mother, 20,000 naira, 1 handset GSM phone. Just to welcome the mother-in-law alone, they are asking him for GSM phone, 20,000 naira to welcome the bride's mom, 4 stock of 4 stock fish, 20 tubers of yam, and 1 bag of crayfish. I've read that list before. I mean, this it is it is ridiculous. It is ridiculous. Guess what? He backed out and he said he didn't know they were going to sell him. You're going to go through this video and we'll be right back. Girl, guys, what do you think? Did you see the list? Why didn't they tell this groom that there was hunger and strife in their family? I suspect that this list is coming from the southernmost part in Nigeria. The southernmost part of Nigeria. From the delta to the southernmost part of Nigeria. It is ridiculous. Listen, I'm using this opportunity and seizing this platform to tell every potential husband and groom that, listen, marriage is not a do or die thing. In the olden days, the reason why these things are brought is because they wanted to make sure that they are not giving their daughter out for free. They wanted to make sure that you acknowledge and know the family members of your future wife. They also wanted to make sure that you could provide for your wife, and not just the husband that they will let their daughter go for free and then you can't take care of her, or you don't know her worth or the value of your wife or the family that she came from. And in those days, they never asked for all these ridiculous things. And this is also a warning to potential in-laws of the bride. Stop this rubbish and stop abusing tradition and culture, because this is not what our tradition or culture stands for. Stop using this opportunity to suck out what you cannot even provide for yourselves in your family. And I'm also using this opportunity to say, you bride, you have to stand firm. If you want to marry your man, you have to stand firm. You have to stand firm, because if you are pressuring your man that they should hinder to all this list that is given, you're going to end up a spinster on the shelf. And let people who want to come and bargain for you with the highest bidder, let them come and get you. And any groom, please do not be pressured to marry anyone or any lady from this sort of family that will give you this sort of lift, because you haven't even got in. They're already digging your grave. Back out. There are potential women out there, so many women out there that will not. There are so many. I mean, if you go to Benin City, I think they only take 12 naira or 24 naira. Because they will tell you, we are giving you our daughter with value and respect and tradition. We are not selling our child. So there are other places, other parts in Nigeria, or even in Africa, or other parts of the world that you can marry women. And you go to the registry, you get married, and you enter your house and live your life for free. So please, the Nigerian culture, especially those from the southern part of Nigeria, Delta, especially the east, stop selling your daughters and leaving them at old spinster on the banner. Stop. This is your favorite Titi. This is your favorite babe, Kirsty Valentine. I'll see you on my next video. Until then, I say love and peace.